Good morning. I've been really enjoying this, the present moment, as woohoo as it sounds. I didn't realize how disconnected I had been from my true self in the present moment until I've taken some time to really understand yourself. And I think it is very important to do that sort of self-discovery. So a little bit of context might help. I recently joined a parkour class 2 days ago. Whoa. And I had so much fun. I realized that I am very kinesthetically curious. That's the term that I've been using. Quite kinesthetically gifted, if you must. I also enjoy the social connections I made with the people there who are also kinesthetically curious. And since then I've been able to move with a lot more gusto. And while I'm out on this walk, I've been thinking about it, and I thought I needed to share my experience and hopefully help some people find that sense of connection as well. I don't really know how. I'm not scripting this. This is all just coming straight off the head. It also helps to be outside. Oh my, this is great. Being social. So here are 3 tools that I've used to help me reconnect with myself, shall we say. Introspection, connection, and experimentation. I'll break these down as I go now. So I think experimentation would be the best place to start. So if you're anything like me, you're quite routined, you enjoy a little bit of structure. You know, it keeps things simple for you so you can use your decisions elsewhere. But every now and then it gets a little bit stale and you need to switch things up. Oh, there's a goose. So that's why I decided to switch things up this weekend by going back to parkour, going to a different city and seeing my friends who have moved there. I also am not that big of a drinker, but you know, experiment around, see what works for you. It's all trial and error. Red wine, I found, works for me. The point of this is to switch things up. It's so easy to get stuck in the mundane of everyday life that sometimes it's hard to see the beauty of just being in the present moment. Like, my screen time went down drastically. I think I was only on it for like train rides. I hardly went on my phone the last 2 days because I've just been enjoying the present moment. I had something to look forward to, something to enjoy. My friends, experimentation, training, helping clients as well, because I am also PTing now. Forgive the slight continuity error, but something else came up whilst I was on my walk for experimentation. With experimentation as well, you learn quite a lot. I don't know whether I've already established that, but when I went over to Bristol, there was one lad I connected with, and he is very exploratory when it comes to music. He's creating his own music. It's cool, you know. I love meeting people who are creating their own thing, you know, creating their own baby. So it's like a true expression of themselves. It made me realize there's like many different forms of art. For me, it's quite physical. For him, it was audible, not the book. And it made me realize as well how obscure music is nowadays, or just general interest. Everyone's got a little bit of something to share, something that's there for you. And by meditating on that thought a little bit, I realized there's a huge abundance, and that is something to really look forward to. Like, because of this obscurity, you are really unique, but again, it comes down to finding what is truly you rather than copying what everyone else is doing. So I thought it was really interesting speaking to someone who's experimenting with music that I kind of resonate with a little bit. But there's plenty of room out there for you. There's plenty of room out there for me. I just got to find it. I just got to find where my market is, where it is that I can provide value. There's a market for you as well. But again, you just got to find what's true to you and strengthen that connection. Because there are other people out there who want whatever gift you got to give, whether it be an art form or some kind of lesson. There's a place there. There's an abundance there for you. Sounds like a bunch of just some standard words. I don't know how else to describe it. Oh, abstract. The word I was looking for is abstract. You have something to give to the world, and people can benefit from it. And I'm under the impression from this book that I read, called The Way of the Superior Man, it's not exclusive to men, women can read it too, that if you make this practice, riches will come to you. And I don't just mean from a financial aspect, it could be physical, relation. You meet all sorts of other people as well, and I suppose a more simple way to say this is what goes around comes around. You give, the world gives back. That's it really. So experimentation, that's one. And what was the other one? Connection. It's really hard to see what situation you're going through on your own, and no amount of journaling, what's the other forms? Journaling, meditation. I got this from Modern Wisdom, shout out to Chris Williamson. Is going to help you understand yourself to the depths that another person can. Like, think about it. How easy is it for you to spot other people's shortcomings and problems? And you need to find friends who can communicate that kind of stuff to you, but who are also trustworthy. And this is something that kind of just comes with time and experience. Because I found that speaking to my friends and peers, and even the new people that I've met during the parkour thing, has really helped me understand myself a lot better. In the parkour class, for example, that's by speaking with those other individuals, it really helped me reconnect with that kinesthetic side of me. It made me realize as well, it's always been in me. I've always loved to climb trees when I was younger, climb stuff in the park, and even when I was getting into video games, I loved Assassin's Creed. So, and then speaking about psychological experiences with friends, I've realized that everyone's putting on a face to fit in with the world, and they lose. I feel like a lot of people have lost touch with who they really are. Now, this could be a natural process, you know, when a little Jordan Peterson-ism here, when people are younger, they are sort of constrained by society to become better people, because could you imagine how the world would be running if we were all primal. It'd be a very chaotic story. But in changing ourselves, we lose that deep part of ourselves that yearns for what we truly want. And that's going to be different for everyone. So it really is, this is where that experimentation comes in. You got to find out what works for you. What is you, you know? So experimentation, connection, the last one, introspection. This is quite uncomfortable for a lot of people, as I've come to realize as well. Being on your own and sitting with the present moment, with your own thoughts, seeing where those thoughts come from, and maybe doing a little bit of digging, it can be scary because we're so conditioned nowadays to avoid the present moment, whether it be pulling out your phone to listen to some music, maybe a podcast, maybe an audiobook, text messages, all sorts of social media notifications being bombarded at you. It's so easy to just disconnect from the real world. And I didn't realize like how disconnected I was until I had these experiences, especially over the last 2 days. And I think it can benefit a lot of people. I feel more in control. I feel, I wouldn't say happier. I've always been kind of optimistic as well, but I think that sense of controlling, that sense of control that I have over myself because I understand myself better is quite freeing. Yeah, I'm going to use that word, freeing. Freeing is the word I'm going to use. And I feel like once people understand themselves better, they can live more of their life outside of this state of anxiety. Just enjoy the simple things. As wholesome and cheesy as it sounds, like I got a nice little bit of fulfillment from just saying hello to people. I'm quite extroverted. I like to speak to people. I'm very curious about people. I like to see how things work, how they work, how their minds tick. I love that human connection as well, and I feel like I've been isolated in this little monk mode for too long. I do have one more bonus which came to me. Fill your own fucking lens flare. You guys are just gonna deal with it. Fill your own cup first. I wouldn't have been able to provide some kind of value had I not solved my own problems first, or really understood what I needed. You can't pour from an empty cup. Another proverb that's been thrown around, but it's just true. I didn't feel that I was able to truly connect and help other people out. And because my cup is full and sometimes overflowing, I'm not so focused on myself. I have excess that I can give and share. But yeah, that's another one that I found has been really helpful. You have to be selfish a little bit. This is more of a message to my younger self, who was a little bit of a natural people pleaser. So I found it incredibly helpful for me. Might not be the case for you, to fill your own cup. Tend to your own needs. Make sure you're well rested, fed. Are you training well? Have you given yourself enough downtime? Yeah, this has been a bit tricky one because I struggle to find what the definition of downtime for me would be. I don't like sitting still. Like going out, rock climbing, or just moving some kind of way for me is downtime. I don't mind a book every now and then. Actually, no, I do like a book, But it has to be the right time. And the right book as well. But yeah, that's the last of the bonus one. Fill your own cup first. Hopefully that helps. Yeah, I feel like that's all that I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got some value from this. This was just kind of a freestyle video of me reflecting, sharing my thoughts and some lessons that I think could benefit some people. So introspection, connection, and experimentation. Let me know if this resonates with anyone, if anything I said like hits, and yeah, I'd appreciate some good ideas for what to share next. So have a lovely rest of your day, and I will catch you soon.